So I fried something in the system using a Jackery. Like nothing really came into my mind until the radio fried, and I remembered all these things that happened a day ago, and I was like, yeah, I fucked up my car with a portable battery. I'm starting the video by disclaiming this video is not meant for blaming Jackery or any brand in that matter. In fact, this could happen in literally every single brand of battery with dual or multiple input. The responsibility of this event lies solely on the operator's behavior. Translation, I fucked up. Let me start from the beginning so you don't make the same mistake, because
it's pretty dumb,
but it is very possible of happening if you weren't thinking. I don't know, common sense is not that common apparently. So I've been running the Jackery in the back of the truck running a fridge. It is connected to the 12 volt in the trunk, but I don't really drive enough to fully charge the Jackery. And on a sunny day like today, I laid out my solar panel thinking I would use the free power to charge my Jackery. I have two 200 watt solar panels, and I also have this little module that allow you to connect two solar panels into one input plug. The Jackery I have is an Explorer 2000. It has two input in the back. In my single brain cell mind, thinking if I am not drawing power from the vehicle, Jackery will just draw power from the sun, wherever that power comes in, right? So I didn't bother to unplug the 12 volt in the car. And I merged the two solar panel into this module. That means I only need to have one input plug now to connect both solar panel, while the 12 volt is still connected to the car. Mind you, this is when the key was off, the vehicle was off, like nothing should be powering. I heard some noises. The antenna on the vehicle came up. I heard the Jackery starting, means it's charging, and then it shuts off. In my mind thinking, okay, that's weird, because this means the Jackery is not charging anymore. So anyways, I fiddled around, unplugged everything, and unplugged the 12 volt. Eventually just plugged each of the solar panel into one of the 8 holes. That way, Jackery charged up fully, everything was fine, seemed fine until the next time, starting the vehicle. It starts, nothing seems wrong except the radio, the screen. So this cruiser, it comes with a screen, not like Alta, it's all knobs and stuff. The screen controls your radio, your nav, which is Japanese nav anyways, and your AC control. It might even have Japanese TV station, that sort of things. But anyways, that screen is not on, which means I have no radio, AC control for the main part. Mind you, this is still summer, and having no AC kind of sucked. So I fried something in the system using a Jackery. What I didn't think about is maybe how the way the two input was wired is that it has to go through complete both in the circuit. So when the solar panel came in, it feeds into the 12 volt, went through the car, and fried something in there. We did a little bit of troubleshooting. The first thing we found is the fuse for the radio that's in the driver's side footwell is popped. And even with the key off, when you put a new fuse in, pop right away. So in the most simple or dumbest way of trying to singleize what is the problem, we just start to unplug everything from the vehicle. The screen is connected to the DVD player, the amp, all sorts of things under the driver's side seat. So we just unplug that, pull the radio out, trying to see what is connected that will make the fuse pop or not pop. So this module, it comes from under the driver's side seat. This is your navigation system, but it also, a lot of the radio related things route through this. So right now we are suspecting this is what makes the fuse pop, and hopefully by changing this, we could potentially solve the problem. We did open it up, look at the green electronic board, nothing makes sense and nothing looks fried or anything. It is a whole new arena than what I know a little bit about. I ordered another unit from eBay that comes from UK. We're hoping that this will be the solution. So you can see this top part is a totally different thing that bolts onto it. You can see all these plugs that comes with the Japanese version. The UK version is a little different. As you can see, the bottom one, this one is what comes from the vehicle from Japan. The top is what I ordered from UK. Not all the plugs are the same, but you can see everything on the UK one. The Japanese one have it. Whereas some of these, I think these two are not used on the Japanese one to begin with. This one might be a TV related stuff. So we're hoping that this will work just fine without all these Japanese function. We'll try to just plug this in and see what happens before taking the bracket and mounting it fully. That is the part number if anyone's interested. We got a bunch of fuses from Amazon. At this point, the price of a few fuses really doesn't make sense. I can pop a link of this item down below. You get a stack of it, many tries of errors before you find a problem. So from factory, that radio one was 810, but while we were doing tests, basically anything below 10 we were able to use, because when the vehicle's off, there should not have anything going through. So now we preliminarily plug the UK nav module in, and at least now the fuse doesn't pop anymore. But
I need to get in there.
You need to get in where?
In here.
In where?
In here. Just trying to plug in the parking assist module. Just in case it has anything to do with it.
Steering off screen. This is when I hand in full control to Eric. I know nothing about electrical and I'm self-aware enough to admit it.
Yeah, so power comes from the radio fuse into the navigation ECU and then comes out of that. Where does that go? The amplifier gets its power from the navigation ECU, so I think that's fine. Television camera ECU? What is that? I need to look at some of the fuses more. I messed around with these fuses a bit when I was wiring the daytime running lights for inspection.
I'm just correcting that now.
Yeah.
Oh, on that note of a daytime running light, I have another Japanese Land Cruiser coming in soon in a couple months. I still haven't gotten the shipping notice yet, but it will be here. And to pass a provincial exam in order to register it as a Canadian vehicle, you will need, one of the main thing is a daytime running light. Let me know if you want an instruction on it. It's relatively something we would do, but doesn't mean you should, kind of thing, but it will get you past the inspection if you were importing a vehicle from elsewhere. Let me know.
Hey, it works.
Screen's on?
Yeah. Screen works. HVAC works. The nav doesn't work because I guess it's not compatible, which honestly doesn't matter. Okay, so I just replaced the nav computer, went through every fuse panel. There was another 7.5 amp fuse blown on the passenger side, which was for the accessories, I want to say. Once I plugged that back in and then turned the key on, everything came back to life. Navigation screen initially kind of was glitchy and it didn't want to show anything, but turning the truck off and then turning it back on again, the whole thing fired back up. Yeah, HVAC works, AC works, can control the radio. All those functions work. The reverse camera still works, so that's good. Basically, the only function that doesn't work is the navigation, and we weren't using that before anyways. So yeah, it's good to know that I was a relatively inexpensive repair, just using another easily sourced nav computer that shares most of the same plugs. I think it was from an RX 350 Lexus.
Yeah, thanks to eBay Motor. Well, this video is not sponsored by anyone, not eBay Motor, but I have partnered with them before on other projects, but just another example of where you can source rare or like hard to find parts from all around the world.
I've experimented with swapping these computers around before in other Japanese imports, so it was my go-to first try to do something like that. So glad to see that it worked out again, although it's not functional in this one, but it is what it is. Now we just have to take the old nav computer out of its bracketry and just reassemble all that stuff back into the truck properly, and then yeah, I'm good to go. Back to a usable Land Cruiser that has working air conditioning in the hottest time of the year. Yeah, so the part number on this one to that one, the only difference is that one ends in 80 and this one ends in 100. A few plugs that aren't used, but it doesn't seem to be harming anything except for possibly the navigation, which doesn't matter. So now you can get that GROM unit we were talking about and get CarPlay and stuff.
A GROM unit is sort of an extra module that you plug into your factory screen. Given that your screen is still working though, we still have to get this fixed. It will turn your factory screen into Apple Play. So then you can sort of use all these modern vehicles function to have your Google Map or have your Gaia GPS on your screen. It will use your factory touch screen. When I told people about this problem, I have gotten, I guess, recommendation. I would do an air quote recommendation about changing the whole module into these gigantic Tesla style iPad whole screen in the middle. I do not want to do that. If you're into this kind of stuff, that's totally fine. I just still prefer the textile of buttons, as many as possible. Like I don't know how these screens function or how smooth everything is. You know, like it runs.
One we had in the Hilux?
Yeah.
It's sort of the same deal. It's never perfect. It drains the battery, it glitches out.
Yeah, to change to an aftermarket screen, you know. So like, I would still prefer to use the factory screen. It's there and it looks correct for the car. Period correct. But yeah, that is another possible way to solve this problem if you are as dumb as I am that fried your car.
AliExpress Android radio sellers hate this one trick that'll save you thousands.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I mean, we just fixed this for $100-something instead of buying some garbage $1,200 radio off AliExpress. Oh yeah, just like factory. There you go.
Let's try this out. Oh, we're on! Well, you can probably tell I sounded very unsure in this video. That's because I am. This is a problem that I didn't know would happen, but it happened. Hope this can serve as a lesson for anyone that owns a portable battery or any electronic system that have dual input that you run in a car. Do not leave things plugged in while not in use when you're charging from a quite powerful source, like 400 watt solar panel combined. If in the instance you are so unfortunate and did the same thing that I did, fried your system, I will plug a link in the description of the items, the module that I bought from eBay. I don't know if they will still have it, but try to find something similar that might just be what your problem is, and hopefully this can help. So yeah, that is it this time. Stay safe out there and don't fry your car. Am I thinking, okay, that's weird. Why are you creeping me? I didn't even notice you. How long have you been up there?
30 seconds?
Oh, okay.
I'm just listening.
Okay. Where am I?
What?
Where am I?